Good evening, everybody! We are die rolling. We've still got members turning up as we speak. We, for now, though, have Zolan and Malcolm at very least.
We've got the dream team.
We're opposite each other, but it looked really far apart on screen.
That's true. There'll be one more seat filled tonight. Unfortunately, Silden is unable to make it this evening.
We'll put a bacon rasher in.
However, through the powers of television,
And
by the time we come back from this intro, there may be an additional member of the team.
Hello, boys. Pink lemonade?
Mom!
Bloody hell.
As if by magic.
And I've already eaten one potato rosti.
See, that one's...
Yes, that was what I was looking for when I was falling out of the sky the other day.
I was thinking that, yeah.
I have the slow fall ability.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
As well as the potion of levitation.
As well as the potion of levitation, which I probably wouldn't have had enough time to drink while falling out of the sky. I actually have slow fall, so it shouldn't have done me any damage.
Both of those could have been useful during that fall.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
The only time that, so far in 3 years' worth of campaigning, the only time they would have been useful.
Yeah. Apart from that time you fell off a bar
on
mountain.
that radiator.
Yeah.
And the time you
look
fell
at
off the halfling platform
Reach.
in the Dorian.
Yes, there was that.
It's been a lot of falling.
Thankfully, none of it fatal.
I can't tell if we've started yet or not.
We are live. Yeah, we are. Yeah, it's hard to believe that is. But yeah, we are live. So yes, we're down Silden tonight. He will return next week.
Wasn't he about to murder someone?
He was. So we'll come on to that.
Classic.
Last episode, you had a run-in with a fairly large insectoid creature that put up a fair fight to most of you. Drained some of the blood out of Zolan and Thorinir.
Oh,
We have a subscriber.
Yay!
Thank you very much for the follow.
Whatever it says.
We were always too far away to
There
read.
was a D.
There was a D. We're too far from our in-studio monitors to read what the name was. But we really appreciate the follow. Thank you very much. So, yeah, last time during that battle, we... I was thrown. Apologies. We fought the creature, managed to just about fell it just as retreat was on the cards for potentially a few of the members, and they were accompanied by the brownies, which sort of disappeared out of range, flew somewhere around a corner. We pick up the story just as Nollis, not Nollis.
Where's Nollis?
Just as
Nollis
Silden
is dead.
He is dead.
Is he?
Just as Silden was about to attempt to assassinate Weir, who was searching through a cabinet in
The old stabby in the back manoeuvre.
in one of the spare rooms on the south side of the upper floor of this manor. And that is where our story will resume. Who was stood next to... who was stood closest to Silden?
I believe that would be me, I think.
So, as you walk around the corner, you saw Silden enter that room.
Yes, because he asked me for the nod.
Yes, he did. So we're on the upper story, the south side of the manor. You anticipated Silden entering that room and attempting to coup de grace, should we say. And as you walk around the corner, you peek around the door to see what has unfolded. Silden is not there. Weir, however, is. And he is rifling through a wooden cabinet in that bedroom.
Okay.
The other two of you are still on the top floor, on the balcony that's overlooking this central chamber. Remember, there's this acrid, bitter smell in the air. Shards of light. Quite a few of the doors are open now, so you're getting more shards of light into this central chamber. You've still got the collapsed chandelier in the middle of the stairwell, and you've got the body now of this creature lying in the centre of this the hallway, this grand central hallway at the bottom of this central staircase. We're looking through the cabinets.
Find anything?
Not much. I'll keep looking. You?
No. There's supposed to be a lot of gold and stuff in this place, but so far there's been no evidence of it.
I'll find it.
To the master bedroom!
So heading to
Like Scooby-Doo.
that's the bedroom.
How I announce it.
The bedroom on the west side, where the mother was shrouded in the amber.
I haven't been in there yet.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember. I haven't. As those guys walked off to investigate, looking for the slict, I stayed in the very first room we found the slict in. So I haven't actually been in the master bedroom yet. I'm just thinking safe master bedroom.
So you head into the master bedroom. You've pilfered the decorative gold and white robe from the bedroom, and also
All of the wigs.
all of the wigs, of which there is a beehive wig resting on the upper landing.
And there are 4 giant wasps.
There are 4 giant wasps.
Just sort of hanging around.
I think I've probably got them for another half hour or so.
Yeah.
45 minutes.
Just in case.
Just around.
It's chilling.
You didn't.
Get
You
their
also.
buzz on.
You probably noticed that both Zolan and Thorin, the skin just looks particularly taut. There's an entry wound in their upper neck, jaw kind of area where this creature had inserted its proboscis and attempted to drain you of your life force.
Probably walking a little drunk. A bit lightheaded.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, my notes didn't say from last week, but I'm fairly sure I was down to half my hit points.
We'll go with that.
And I know that I've run out of key.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm although I'm not as badly hurt as these two guys, I'm still sort of worn out. Quite beaten up.
You enter the westernmost bedroom, Zolan.
Let's get in there.
On the upper floor. This kind of green khaki carpet, shards of light coming through these large kind of ornate windows. There's big pieces of artwork on the wall hanging. This double bed, which instantly draws your attention because there's this the lady in night robes, and then her entire upper torso is enveloped in this amber
Ooh.
sack.
She's got legs hanging out.
Legs just hanging out at the end.
Flapping.
They're not flapping,
Still
they look
kicking,
quite
yeah.
motionless.
Blimey.
She's sallow and drained, pale, and it kind of both engulfs her body but also a large portion of the bed as well. This is the largest one of these amber sacks. There's this red fluid inside it again as well, which appears black through the amber.
Yeah.
And there's a looted cabinet on the south side and dresser on the north side, which are both wide open and have been rifled
Rummaged.
through.
Assuming my comrades may have had a little look through. But I will investigate, always behind the paintings. For the safe.
Okay.
Every time.
So, give me an investigation roll.
First roll of the day. So a good one.
It's 5.
11.
11. The paintings are pretty well hung on, kind of bolted to or screwed to the walls in all corners. So you'd have to and they're massive as well. Huge, great paintings, sort of half the size of the wall. This is not going to fit in your bag, for example.
The bag does have a finite size, unless we fold it. Yeah. Doesn't just keep growing. Looking for a safe. Under the bed.
Okay. Again, give me an
Not really
investigation
safe
roll.
under the bed, is there? Let's be honest.
In the sack.
That's a dirty 20.
A dirty 20.
Yeah.
You look under the bed, somewhat dusty under the bed specifically. There's no indication there's anything of any interest under the bed. Or with your 20, you have a good level of confidence that this room has revealed everything it has to reveal.
Interesting.
Are there any rooms on the landing that are blocked off with the resiny stuff, the amber stuff?
Blocked off. So there were 2 doors downstairs which were blocked off by the amber resin.
Right.
One near the main entrance, just immediately to the east side of the main entrance, and one, and that was the amber crystal was over the door, partially, sort of almost sealed shut with the amber. And then on the north side of the downstairs, there was a door that was open, and it was actually the space between the door, which the amber had sealed over, creating this kind of translucent amber light coming through it.
So we haven't tried smashing this stuff yet.
No.
We haven't tried seeing if we can break it down and see what's behind those doors.
I will hand you, Malcolm, my tiny hammer. It's probably like a pen to you.
Alright, I've got my own.
Have you got your own, have you?
I've got my Kasurigama
Oh,
with
nice.
this big lump of metal on the end. So I'm going to head downstairs and I'm
So
going
carefully navigate around the chandelier.
around the chandelier, yeah, and avoiding slipping over in the gooey mess that was the big beastie.
That's right at the bottom as you chucked it over the banister. There's also still these flowery footprints that the brownies had left, sort of, which you can still make out.
Yeah, I'm trying not to think about brownies. I'm going to go over to the door that's the big door, the main door.
So on the south side,
Yeah, the one that's blocked. The doorway is blocked.
the one. So the one on the south side has the door shut.
Yeah.
The one on the north side has the door open.
Ah, right. Yeah, I'll go for that one.
On the north side. Okay. So you go to the north side of the main room.
And I'm going to deliver unto it a smiting.
Mighty.
A mighty smiting.
Mighty.
It's very-
Mighty smiting.
Very eloquently put. So you will. I won't make you roll for it because you're using a weapon or a tool as such to break through it. It's going to take a little bit of time, but it's quite clear after the first hit that quite a decent shard of it breaks off. It's brittle. Big chunks of it come off at a time as you hit it. And you'd be confident if you spent 30 days.
30 days. Oh, be here a while, lads!
You spent 30 days real time. Yeah. You'd be confident if you spent 30 seconds or so chipping at it, you'll get it down without making you roll.
Okay, yeah, I will do that. I'll spend my 30 days and 30 nights on it.
So Malcolm does say, are you guys around in the area?
I would like to sneak up on Weir.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see if that guy's putting things in his pockets without letting us know.
Sure.
Suddenly he's like, I haven't found anything. Just teeming with gold coins
I've left my bloody dice upstairs
and
again.
valuables. Do you want a D20?
Thank you.
I've got mine. Oh, we haven't got access to the
Oh, it's
ducky
good.
dice, either,
It's
have we?
quite good. Delvis a 20, another dirty 20.
So you're just stealthing behind him,
Stealthing
just trying
up.
to watch him.
Yeah. I guess I was going to stealth and then approach the room he was in and just watch him, just to see if he's...
Yeah.
Sneak up right down again.
So he's
What are you doing?
so he's still in that same room on the south side. He's
Yeah.
just looking through his cabinets very carefully. He's looking sort of behind drawers. He's being very thorough, just like you were with the
Yeah.
paintings. Underneath stuff, underneath the bed. And you're just kind of... There's a little chair in the corner of the room. I kind of picture
Oh.
Zolan maybe
I can sit in a chair.
sat in the chair. quietly staring, motionless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blend in.
Unseen in the shadow.
It very much looks like he is searching.
Cool.
So as of yet, he hasn't found
Just keep
anything.
watching, yeah. Keep in a watch.
Throwing in any
Making occasional noises.
particularly you and your wasps are doing?
Well, at the moment, they've each got a sleeve and a trouser leg, and they're just kind of like, I'm doing the skydive thing. They're just like, I'm just resting slightly because I'm a bit worn out.
Yeah.
They're
So just
taking-
give me an animal handling, see how effective that is.
They're taking the weight off me. Just
Yeah.
a second.
I like it.
Yeah.
Bomb, bomb.
Just make sure that you're not in that pose above the gap in the middle when they decide to
Yes.
disappear.
22.
Very coordinated.
That's what he's doing now. He's just flying around like
Yeah.
Peter Pan.
Is that throwing a drone?
Yeah.
But yeah,
They're clearly struggling under the weight of you, but they
am
can
I
get
still
a little
massive? Am I
weight.
still
Yeah,
twice
No.
the size?
Oh, that's
No, it's, it's gone. It's
Okay,
concentration.
so not quite so bad. But
That'd be hilarious, though.
it's a
Giant Thorinir floating in the sky.
it's an old wood elf child's game. You like race, wasp race basically. But, yeah,
That's a mini game.
Add that one to the law.
but what Thorin is going to do, he's going to ask them to vacate the building and do a few laps around.
Sure.
See if there are any more giant bugs or brownies anywhere near.
No problem. With you on them still?
No.
Okay.
They've-
They're separating.
I'm on
I'm going to
reconnaissance.
command them to split up and
No problem.
view.
That's fine. Okay, so they're just sort of they're heading around and they're looking for life forms of whatever nature. Okay. So Malcolm, I'm comfortable. 30 seconds has passed,
Right.
and while these other things are taking place, finally with another final strike, you manage to chip away enough of this crumbling mineral of whatever nature to make a where 2/3 of it is now shattered to the floor in a little pile of this crumbling kind of amber, and you can step through quite easily unimpeded.
Apropos of nothing in particular, do we, any of us, think that this, particularly you, think that this amber stuff might have a use?
I was actually just wondering right then if whether this is the slicked mines. Is this what they're mining? I don't know.
This is it.
I don't know. We were heading towards the mines, weren't we?
We were.
No, I have no idea.
Something to worth bear in mind then, if we get to these mines and it turns out that what they're mining is this yellow stuff, might be a useful bargaining tool.
It was very valuable on our way back to
Yeah. Yeah.
that one.
Yeah, if we can find a cart and load up as much of this as stuff as
Yeah.
we can, it might be worth doing so on the way back.
Seems odd to just stick it in a doorway.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is like honey. If you know what I mean. Like, is this just something
Honey
that
in
they just
our
like
world?
suck up? Yeah, do it.
Well, wasp honey.
Wasp honey.
Royal
Nice.
jelly.
I don't know.
Royal jelly.
I'm wondering.
Something
Like,
like that.
what's it all doing around here? Is it just being? Is it just a?
Well, I'm assuming it's for the feeding of any offspring that thingy had. I'm
Ooh.
expecting there to be eggs somewhere,
In that woman in the amber.
possibly. Possibly. I think that might be the fate that would have befallen you two had you succumbed.
Not me. It won't be able to take me down. I only looked in trouble.
I'm looking at you now and thinking, yeah.
But I was right. I'm not doing too bad. I'm doing alright.
Anyway,
Mildly mummified.
Yeah, only mildly. I was in
this
full
is
control.
probably a flashback to before I went
You're
downstairs.
shouting up and
Yeah.
down the corridor. Yeah.
I was in full
A
control.
giant wasp comes by.
Tell foreigner. Right, so okay, having smushed my way through.
Yeah. So you look into the next room. It looks to be a huge kind of dining room, massive, great dining room table. One of those old royal style where there's a chair at one end and a chair at the other end. Long kind of boardroom table, made with a rich dark wood. Great turquoise blue rug that fills the majority of the room. Probably extremely would have cost a lot to manufacture something of that size and quality. And then tiles around the edge. Again, these huge paintings of individuals in here, particularly one individual, which is a male elf dressed in pretty fine finery. But aside from all of that, there's a doorway to the east side as well, and there are windows to the north side. It's about 35 foot wide, 20 or so foot north to south. But once again, all of that aside, the main striking thing that you notice immediately is at the head of the table, sat in this dining chair with a meal on the table in front of him, is another of these huge, bigger still than the one in the bedroom upstairs, amber crystal on the head of the table, completely enveloping the body of a male individual. Once again, the legs are free from this crystal.
At the far end of the table from where
This is actually the near side, on the west side of the room. As you come through, the chair is kind of directly in front of you, and then the table extends off to the east about 20 feet or so. And this individual is sat kind of upright in their chair as if they're having their dinner, and this huge crystal, orangey amber crystal, envelops the rest of them. It sort of slightly engulfs the table and half the dinner plate. And all but their right arm is sort of enveloped, and their legs are sort of enveloped completely within this crystal.
Okay.
Which is an alarming sight. I know you've already seen this once with the lady upstairs, twice with the servant in the office room as well. But this is more grand. So it's such a centerpiece to this room, and the ceiling in this room is twice the height as well. So actually, there wouldn't be room for a room above you, like on the rest of the mezzanine. It's a double height room, and as you sort of look up, you see these crystals extend sort of all the way up to the top of the ceiling.
So there's a lot of this stuff.
There is, but the main one is this big central one around the body.
Right. I'm going to investigate the room.
Anything in particular?
I'm going to, following on from my friend over there, I'm going to have a close look at the paintings on the wall.
Yeah.
Always something big.
You're
You're gonna have a couple of eyes peeping back at you soon. Bing, 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 bing.
Also, is
It'll be me.
the table laid?
The table at one end is laid, the end in which the person is sat. It looks as if part of the dinner had been consumed, perhaps. The other half is rotting and unpleasant.
And
It's been there for a while.
So I'll roll for my investigation, which is not great. What's my investigation? That's 8 for investigation.
Okay. So you don't get a great deal from these different paintings. Certainly no hint of anything that obviously is going to pull away or anything. But what you do make out is just something about one of the paintings just grabs your attention as you're studying them. It seems very likely that the person in this painting, who's an older elven gentleman, is the same person that sat in the chair.
Right, okay. The crockery on the table, valuable?
It certainly looks to be silver.
Excellent, okay.
So there will be a intrinsic.
Any rings on the arm that's sticking out?
You're not in the room for it. But if is a wasp in there?
Well, a wasp may have passed through.
Yeah.
The wasp's probably checking all the rooms, then going out the windows and doing a loop in the house. There is a ring on the finger, as you said it to save. The wasp holds this information.
Malcolm already knew that as soon as he surveyed the room, as soon as he walked in. Ring.
It would be churlish not to. He's
That's the first thing Thorin is going to do when he hears the news is check that the ring's still there.
It's not going to be missed. Why not? I'll take the ring.
So Malcolm eventually sees the ring as well, as this wasp does.
What's that wasp looking at?
It's indicating with its stinger. So the thing that sort of strikes you on this ring is a gold ring, quite a thick, heavy. It's a thick, very masculine ring, not very dainty.
Signet rings?
And it has once again this familiar feather sigil that you've seen a few times now on this black stone. Quite a nice polished, shiny black stone. It's a very well constructed ring. You would estimate it's worth at about 5 gold.
I'll take you. I don't. It's not a case of it's worth. I think this could be useful, so I'm going to take that.
It's kind of embossed as well, so it's kind of you've got the band itself, and then the sigil's decorated in such a way that it's sticking out away from the stone in a very very nicely constructed fashion.
Can I get the silverware into my backpack, or should I wait until Zolan appears to get it into his bag?
You can get it in your backpack. It's just a couple of forks, couple of knives, spoon, probably a couple of golds worth in total. There, it's quite it's a very fine set.
4 candles. How's he getting on, old Weir? Is he thieving yet?
Eventually,
Rascal.
he's going to stand up.
Okay.
And he's going to look into the corner where you are, and he's not going to miss you.
No, he certainly is. Blend in.
How long have you been there?
I don't know, eye on you.
You are sneakier than I thought.
Have you found anything?
You looked clumsy.
That as well.
No, I have not. Have you?
No, I haven't been looking. I've been watching you, I'm afraid.
You checked the master bedroom behind the paintings.
I have actually checked the master bedroom behind the paintings and under the bed. No loose floorboards.
Good
I have
thinking.
checked.
What's under the floorboards?
Well, I don't know yet.
The wasp says to you.
What's that?
He leaves.
Treasure.
He gets up to leave the room,
Yeah.
and he sort of heads west out of the room, back towards sort of the master bedroom and that kind of area.
I'll let him go. I'm gonna try and shout to Malcolm and Thorny wherever they are. Don't know where they are in the house. I've lost track of everybody. Malcolm! Thorny!
Down here!
You see a wasp come by.
Stinger first.
Should we go and see the clown?
Oh yeah.
Is he the clown?
Clown.
Can't remember what his name is now. What was his name?
Hungus.
Hungus.
Lord Hungus.
Lord Hungus, last of the clown. He said he knew where the treasure was. He's the supposed lord. Obviously he isn't.
Okay, I'll head back out into the downstairs of the hallway.
Sure.
Cool.
Wait for you there.
Yeah, I'm going to go and try and get Weir then and tell Weir that we're going to go see Lord Hungus, and he will be coming. Because he can't be trusted
Okay.
to be scouring.
Are you saying that to him?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fine.
Cool. Oh, great.
There was a doorway, wasn't there, that leads to Hungus, but it's blocked by furniture and shit, isn't
Smash it down.
You believed the upper doorway to head that direction. How did you re-enter the manor from that? Did you get through the kitchen?
We came in through the kitchen.
Yeah.
And then up the stairs. No, that led us to Hungus.
Yeah.
And then, yes, we went through the kitchen into the hallway.
Fine. Yeah. Okay. So so on that ground floor that the northeasterly door returns you to the kitchen.
Yeah.
And then
we can get back up the stairs. But
you've
there's
unbarricaded.
There's the southeasterly door as well, isn't there? That was blocked.
Yeah, just to the east of that main entrance on the south side. Yeah, that one's got an amber crystal over it, and it's shut as well.
Okay, so while I'm waiting for these guys to come down and meet me here, I'm going to start hacking away at that one as well.
No problem. I'm once again comfortable with the same thing. It exhibits the same properties. It will crumble fairly simply. It will just take you a few, 20 seconds or more to crack it to pieces. You hear this bashing downstairs.
Yeah.
It sounds like Malcolm like bashing.
Looting.
Yeah. It sounds like looting. Yeah. Weir's with
It
you.
is why we came here in the first place.
It is, I will agree. I'm sorry, Malcolm.
Thorny, you and your wasps, they haven't found anything brownie-like or any other life form outside of Malcolm. and the ring, which was there before.
It's just now it's not. Like, stupid wasp. Get your eyes cleaned. I'll head with wherever most people are.
So down in the main central hallway with the grand central staircase, 2 statues either side, and then this dead giant insectoid now in the hallway. Malkin's cracking this small. So you've got these big double central wooden doors, which briefly were smouldering at very least from the bonfire, but don't seem to have quite caught, even though there's some scorch marks in places. Malkin just to the east side of this door, on the south wall, is cracking away this amber crystal. It's got it to a point whereby you can probably start to imagine the door would give if it's open.
I'll give it a couple of swift kicks.
It's how much force are you putting into these swift kicks? It doesn't give as you give it a kick.
Okay. Is it a pull door?
It's a pull door. So as you you pull the door.
Yeah.
And you you realise it's a tiny.
I meant to do that.
Yeah, it's like a cupboard.
Oh.
The other side of it, very very small, just a little 5 foot space, and then in front of you is some odds and sods of no value at all, and then it's this very dark little room. You've just about got enough light coming in from the various different shards.
Still got my glow bone.
You have got your glow bone, yeah, which is emitting the slightest amount of light.
5 foot radius.
Yeah, it's only a very
That's
small
enough.
room.
Yeah. There's this very large rolled up reel of this golden glinting cloth that's sort of rolled up in there. It's very very big. Like it feels like it would be quite a heavy thing to carry. It's probably 4 foot in height, but then it's all rolled up, so it's tricky to tell how big it is. But it's just the golden edging on it looks very elaborate and very fancy and possibly valuable.
Will it fit in your... Pull it out. Will this fit in your bag, Zolan?
It will. I don't like using my bag as communal storage.
Why? What are you keeping in there?
Looks quite valuable.
How much value is it? It's not protective.
If you give me an insight roll.
He thinks that a gnomish invention like this is more than just mere looting sack. What roll? Sorry.
Insight.
Insight. Wrong one. Insight 14.
14. You might be able to get a better idea if you unrolled it.
Let's unroll it.
Let's unroll, yeah.
Well,
Take it out into the light. We'll
yeah.
unroll it.
Unroll it.
So take it into that main central area near the bug. You might have to move it a bit to probably get a good unroll.
It's twitching. That bugs do
It's
sometimes.
not twitching. No.
Little leg flapping.
It's gone.
Good.
So as you unroll it, you realise it's a very elaborate tapestry, like a really fine decorative tapestry, a big heavy one as well. And if you look at some of the others on the walls, it's a bit smaller than some of the others, but you can see there's equally massive, elaborate ones. This is a smaller one. Gold edging all around. Could be gold leaf even. The tapestry depicts an army, and it depicts like an elven army of some nature. It's if you could find the right person to buy it off you, it would be worth 50 gold. But whether you can is another question.
I'll take it.
Right, well, you'll buy this? With all its currencies?
I'm chuckling.
But it is a big heavy thing, so it would be, you'd need to find a way to transport it. Otherwise, it's quite an irritating thing to carry.
What do you think, Weir?
You carry it in your bag.
This is a secret, everybody. We tell no more people. I've done this for years.
Just out of interest.
Yes.
Should we have a look around, see if we can find a wagon, a cart, something?
I can't put it in the bag. We've got a cart. We haven't got anything to carry it. By saying that, Thorin could.
Wasps.
Not wasps. I'm thinking.
Giant badger.
Wasp
Yeah,
drawn
giant
cart.
badger. Thorin could draw a cart.
I'm not a working animal.
I know. I feel a bit bad. Saying, This one outside. I'll bag it for now.
Alright.
What we could do is put a sail on it, and I'll druidcraft puff of air.
Just keep puffing at it.
What is the capacity of your bag of holding?
There is actually a limit. I think it's £500 though. I can find out if we play with encumbrance. My bag of holding is £500, and there is a limit to its opening. So the interior space can be larger than the outside, roughly 2 feet in diameter at the mouth and 4 feet deep. That's what it looks like. Yeah, so anything 2 feet diameter
Enough for a roll of...
can go in. Yeah.
With some wedge, like you're pushing,
Right.
you're pushing that into that is bursting. Fine. I am keeping a vague eye
How
on
big is
height
the demon in there?
sizes.
Interestingly, it says that the volume cannot exceed 64 cubic feet. So if you'd like to, keep volume, track of volume as well.
Fine. You wouldn't be able to put too many more of those types of things in there,
Yeah.
but that one goes.
Cool. We'll pop it in. Need to add an item. Manage inventory.
So that's with... If my map, my very rough map is right, we've explored all the rooms and doorways now, haven't we?
Of what you've become, what you've been aware of around the different areas. Yes, yeah.
Have we pulled any books in book cases?
Oh, good
We
shout.
haven't found any bookcases, have we? We found any bookcases?
There was kind of a felled one in that south-westerly room on the upper floor.
Yeah.
We interrogate that man, or we look around.
Don't know if
There's more here.
Let's go and see Lord Hungus, and maybe not interrogate him. We'll ask him. But should we bring the girl with us, who seems like probably the lady of the manor now, the true lady of the manor? I do suspect that Lord Hungus is not a lord.
No, I think...
Do we bring...
down in the dining room, there is an elf cocooned
Yes.
at the dining table, and I suspect there's a big painting of him on the wall, and I suspect that is the lord of the manor, and the lady of the manor is the one up in the master bedroom.
I've been in the master bedroom, yes.
Well, he's in the same condition that she is.
Ew.
They won't both fit in your bag.
We crack them down a bit.
So, we'll go and find out what the dealio is with Lord Hengist. I have a sneaking suspicion that what we're dealing with here is the butler,
Oh, good shout, yeah.
or some such.
Yeah.
But he might know where the money is.
Where the coin
Well,
is.
They must be very rich if their butler is a lord.
Yeah. Anyway,
I think he'll be lying about that title. I think.
Glams don't lie.
Look, we've only met one. He's been very trustworthy.
he was very trustworthy.
Mm.
Okay.
So Hungus,
Returning back up.
Yeah.
we're going to mine for traps as well, because he seems to set a couple of traps on his.
Okay. Would you want to give me an investigation roll to see how good your trap detection is?
20, dirty again.
Okay.
I like your dice.
I think you're doing alright today.
So you're heading back just up to where he is, yeah?
Yeah.
So you return back through this kitchen. You're seeing some of these rooms for the first time. Thorinir, the rest of you've been through here. There's you walk through a kitchen room which has this rotten poultry carcass in there. It's littered. The floor is littered with like apple cores and just old bits of food just tossed around, strewn willy-nilly around the place. But other than that, it looks like a preparatory kitchen where different chopping boards and paraphernalia.
There's two doors in the. If I drew my map right, there's two doors in the west wall. One of which went to the hallway.
In the kitchen,
in the
yes.
kitchen.
Yeah, that's right.
The other one, I'm assuming, goes into the dining room.
Having with that in mind, it's very likely that you'd be able to determine that, yes, that door goes back to it. It's barricaded at the moment.
Yeah.
But you're quite confident that would return you to the dining room.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your map draw, your cartography is up to scratch.
Yes. It's a very rough doodle, but I think I've got all the rooms where they should be.
Yeah, nice. So the southeasterly most room of this door of this kitchen, if you recall, heads back up the stairs. There's also the back door as such, which sort of comes from this room as well, which is where you first entered.
Quarters.
There's
Yeah.
Yes, there's also the doors through to the servants' area. So you're heading upstairs.
Yep.
As you get upstairs, who's first at the moment?
I'll lead on.
Yeah, I would have
Yeah.
been first.
Your investigation roll, just as Malcolm's a step ahead of you, you spot the tripwire just as Malcolm's about to go into it at the top of the stairs.
Trip!
Ooh.
Fire!
Just warns you, just as you're moments from it.
The toes touching.
It looks like it's been reset, the net
I thought he
trap.
would have, yeah. I should have left it the net. If I knew it was the net trap, I would have let him walk into it. But it's alright. Better to be safe.
Yeah.
I will step over the tripwire and go very carefully looking at and checking my way as I go the rest of the way.
No problem. So up on this hallway, so you've clambered up. This is kind of, having been across the whole mansion, these guys have been in once before. This feels very much like the wing of the like a wing of the house. You've gone through a kitchen. This is like a back staircase, whereas the other main chamber was like this big central lavish staircase with chandeliers and big red carpet runners. This is very much a more dingy servant area of the house, exactly. And up the top, there's this tripwire which Malcolm steps over, and obviously you highlight to one another. And there's clearly this net which is back up on the ceiling, which has got some holes in it where you cut bits of it out before, which once fell on another party member. And then you're onto this small landing which stinks of fecal matter. You guys know why. And then there's a door on the north side of this small landing, and also one to the west side and one to the east side. The east side leads to the little latrine, and the west side leads to that blocked up corridor, and the north side was where you first spoke with Lord Hungus.
Right. Is the door
Get
to Lord Hunger's room closed?
It is.
I'll bang on the door.
Hello?
Hungus?
Yes.
It's safe to come out.
What do you mean it's safe?
Your big bug problem has been dealt with.
In what fashion?
In the dead fashion.
I don't think that's very likely. It's very powerful.
Well, you know, we're powerfuler.
Powerfuler.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You rest assured, we've had a good look around the place, and we have dealt with the bug.
What did it do? What did it do? What did it try and do?
Well, it tried to kill us, but we
Yes.
killed it back first.
Did it do any sort of?
Yes, it did. It did horrible, sucky things to a couple of us.
They drained
Not quite.
because it's been draining people. You know.
Yes, we're aware of. We've found some of the people that it's drained. We've found a couple of not very alive people that have been severely drained.
We need to raise the alarm now.
I think it's a bit late for that.
No, but you don't understand. That is but one of these creatures. That is one. There are the hundreds, thousands of these creatures.
Oh, good.
Yeah, not here though.
No, not here. No, but they're in the blight.
Yeah, of course. Yes, of course. That's in the blight. Yes.
Yes, but
A
they've.
long way from here.
Well, yes and no. It's on the north side. It's in the Elven Kingdom now. You know.
Well, the blight lands are.
The Blight, the city of Blight is. Blight lands are north of Blight.
Okay.
Blight is the city beneath the Crescent Mountain.
Well,
Sounds good.
It's filled with these things.
well, we can raise the alarm and spread the word about that. But for now, at least, your immediate problem is dealt with.
Well, I appreciate that very much. Do you have any direct relations with King Andoran? This is all through a door, by the
Yeah.
way, just to make clear.
Do any of us have direct relations?
Nothing not direct. No.
No. No,
How do you have any indirect relations with King Andoran?
One of our party does, but he hasn't explained in depth how indirect.
Oh, good. Well, we're going to need him to raise the alarm,
Right.
and obviously, there's quite a problem there. I don't. Is it safe to have these things in the Elven region? Well, I think you know the answer to that.
Evidently not, but as I said, your immediate problem is dealt with. You can come out now.
Make a persuasion roll.
Ooh, that's 3.
No. I feel I'm fine here at the moment. Thank you very much.
Where is the money?
Yes, there was talk of a reward for dealing with Sir Bugs-a-Lot.
If you
said there was riches in the house.
yes, I did. There is, but we're going to need to get our priorities sorted first. You speak to the king, and I'll give you any of the riches that you want.
Getting to speak to the king is going to take quite a long time.
Well,
We need payment, kind of nowish.
Well, help yourself to any of the amenities in the area. There are some lovely things, and then obviously the main rewards will come once you've spoken to the king.
Hungus. The little lady of the manor is still alive downstairs. We do believe you are not a lord, and the charade needs to end. We are here for money.
Oh no! I'm a lord.
So who are the 2 dead elves?
They probably were gotten by the slicked.
And who are they?
They are very unfortunate souls. Perhaps servants.
Servants with their portraits in the main dining room. Open the door, Angus.
I don't want to.
Let's kick it in.
Right.
No.
Let's kick it in.
3 feet. 6
No.
feet.
Okay. Make an intimidation roll.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Can I have your dice? That's
I guess
6.
we're all intimidating, aren't we?
Okay. I'll take your average. I'll take your group average.
Come on.
Yeah, well, my name's Dino Splamoni.
Come
on! I actually got a good. Yeah, you need my dice.
I'm taking this as a group check. They say I'm taking
Yeah.
the middle roll.
And do all the wasps still get a roll?
Is there windows in that room?
You don't know.
Intimidation. I got a 19. I'm
19.
bloody cranky.
Well, one of you sounds a little frightening, but the other 2 I'm not worried about too
Right, I'm
much.
going to kick the door
Let's
in.
kick the door in.
Okay.
I'm going to take a run up, go to the other side of the room.
Yeah.
Regret this. I know I'm going to regret
All the way to the other side of the room.
Other side of the room, and
Yeah.
I'm going to run
Okay.
up and take a flying kick at this door.
Fine. So as you go all the way to the other side of the room,
Kick or shoulders?
you
Head.
yeah,
E Honda.
Shoulders.
you step back all the way to the other side of the room, ready to take this run up, and as you do so, you feel a little twing down by your ankle as a net falls from the sky and lands on you. You hear from behind the door.
Oh, I am so kicking that door down.
Malkin is under a net.
I'm gonna come and get Malcolm out. I'm hoping it's actually energized him with rage to smash the door through. So I'm gonna help.
So I'm going to be cutting my way out.
Yeah,
of the net.
you're able to do
Yeah.
so, not
I am
in a
now
feud.
furious. Right, I'm going to put everything I got into slamming into this door. Shoulders first.
Give me an athletics roll.
Ooh, 13.
Don't let me cheering like a cheerleader.
Plus 2 for my. That's 15.
15. Okay. You put a lot of force and run up to this door. There's a lock on it, by the way. There's a lot of force running up to this door and put your shoulder into it. It gives just a little bit, sort of almost bows in the centre. And you feel this resistance on the other side, and almost like a slam back in your direction a little bit. From his voice, it's fairly obvious he's bracing the door from the other side. No. Look,
How big's the keyhole?
it's quite large actually. Like looks like it's got quite a large key that would unlock this.
Could I stick a dagger through the keyhole?
Have you got like a stiletto? What kind of dagger? If it was a
Just
stiletto,
says
yes.
Dagger.
Dagger.
What about I got some pitons.
You might be able to get a bit of a pit on
Stick a
through
pit
there.
on through and see if it gets him away from the door.
A wasp sting.
Wasp sting.
Get the wasp
So
sting.
you're gonna- okay, give me an animal handling to see how accurate you can get a wasp
Okay.
sting through.
This is one of those occasions where you're going to spend a whole session trying to open a door that we could have just picked the lock or something.
I'm quite good at lock picking if we.
14.
14. I'm comfortable that you can. With a little, you probably have to guide it a little bit yourself. It gets close, but you're sort of bumping into the door. But with a little twist, you can line it up just so. And then when it's in position,
Stab it through.
how do you create it? How do you cause it a sting?
But they just sting, don't they?
Yeah. Okay.
You don't have to do anything with a wasp.
Just pressing it in.
Anyone that touches a wasp sting is wrong.
So, I'm comfortable that you can get the stinger quite long and sharp and pointy through there, and you just hear on the other side, "Oh! Oh! Oh, what was that? What have you done? Oh!
Immediately
It's
go to the
tickly!
door again.
Oh!
Immediately,
Oh!
the wasp out of the way, and I'm going to give the door another.
Okay, give me another athletics roll.
That's only. It's only 10.
10. Still brace them. Oh, what are you doing? What is this witchcraft? Oh! Oh dear. Oh dear.
Oh, you're going to need the antidote.
The antidote.
The antidote.
Yeah,
Make
we've
a
got.
deception roll.
Oh, gosh. 9.
Oh. What do you mean?
Well, I mean, you've got a... It probably does have a poison sting,
Oh.
to be honest.
Oh. It's horrible.
I haven't got wasp stats on me, but
Itchy.
I think you're going to need some hill maddock lard.
What is that?
Well, it's the once a day cure everything away, once in a lifetime elixir. Whether you got a wasp sting or a slicked bite.
A slicked bite.
Yeah, that's what that was. Slicked bite.
That was a slicked bite?
Yeah, we took it off the body of the slicked.
No.
Yeah,
My blood.
yeah.
One more deception roll between you both.
17.
We'll take that one.
Fine.
Oh, God.
I'm not sure. Right, and you just at this point you hear the sound of the lock. And he just opens this door.
I'll
Just a
immediately
smidgen.
Push it in as hard as I can.
Right, I go one more athletics check.
I'll probably be pushing
So you can have
Malcolm's
advantage with it.
butt. You've got advantage
You've got
because I'm
advantage.
pushing from your buns as well.
I'm gonna need it. Oh God, it's still only 10.
Yeah,
I'm not
he's
very strong.
massive and just very heavy. But from around this door, you see this great big, just like porridge back in Callus, all those literally years ago.
Well, yeah.
You see this creature, very grey skin, sort of almost a yellowish grey. These two huge jowl folds, which come over sort of from his face, fold right over his neck and his chin. His jaw almost looks sunken against these skin folds that come over the front of his mouth. Two beady little black eyes over big, drooping, heavy, fat rolls of skin over the top. Completely hairless, there's no hair, he's just bald, grey, fleshy character. Two huge lips, great big red lips.
Must be allergic to wasps.
Folds over folds over folds.
Is he naked?
He is wearing a monocle.
Oh, just.
It's ridiculously small. It's almost sunk completely into a fold. but he is wearing a monocle, quite evidently. And he's got a cane in one hand as well. It's tiny, but his arms are quite low to the ground. 2 stubby, little, short, fat arms. He's got 2 feet. You don't really know if he's got legs, because if he does, they're hidden under massive rolls of hanging down fat.
Nice.
From the massive physique of this character. He's 8 foot tall. He's 4 foot broad. Great hulking beast, and it's got this big bulbous tail of sorts, which is flat to the ground, kind of like a slug almost. Although he's upright, he just has this tail which hangs down flat to the fore at the very end, equally fleshy and grey. Apart from that, he's not wearing any clothes or anything, just this monocle and this cane.
Is the door open enough that I can sort of wedge myself in between the door and the frame?
You can probably get a foot through or something such that you wouldn't be able to shut it easily. Again,
I'll do that. I'll wedge my foot in the door, and while we figure out what we're going to do here.
you don't look like I was expecting, to be honest.
You look like somebody we know.
No, that couldn't be the case.
Do you know porridge?
And after a little while, he looks down at Zoli. He thought it was one of you two talking, and then realizes there's an additional person.
Well, he's 8 foot tall. He's
He
large.
lowers his neck just a little bit, quite slowly. He doesn't look to have a particularly great deal of flexibility in the neck. Seems to be very much attached to the body, so the whole body kind of moves with it. But I'm the last of the Gloam. You won't know anybody quite like me.
We've met another clown who is also last of the Gloam.
No,
Porridge.
that you must be quite mistaken.
We are not.
For the Gloam are long extinct.
Do you like whelks?
Well, I do not know who Welks is.
Thought maybe I was a food. I thought maybe what porridge we used to cook was a Gloam dish. I guess not.
I am unaware. You are thinking, I don't know whom you're referring to. The whole room behind him is blocked. You can't see anything. It's entirely obscured for this massive, grey, hulking, fat
Are you going to open this door?
No, I'm not. You're looking very bloodied, presume. I see. It seems that you've had, you've been a bit sort of drank a little bit.
Just a little.
It isn't actually that bad. It's quite pleasurable, to be honest. I don't want to die, but it isn't actually that unpleasant. How do you like it?
I mean, it was alright.
It was alright.
I feel less fond of it now.
Yeah, I feel a bit drunk now.
There was another person with you. I heard another voice. Whom was that?
Selden.
He's not here right now.
No, he's always stealthy. He just
Comes and goes.
He does come and go. He'll be somewhere in here. He just disappears into the shadows, into the grass, quite often. You see him crawling across the ceiling probably in no time.
He might be in the room with you.
It's a good chance.
Turns extraordinarily slowly around.
While he's distracted,
Yeah.
I'm going to have another go at pushing the door.
Sure. Do you say? You get advantage because he's turned away.
This time 13, 15. 15.
With advantage, yeah.
Still 15.
Yeah. As he turns away, you can get it maybe another couple of inches to the point whereby you could potentially squeeze by, but his massive frame makes it quite tricky.
I'm going to slip in.
Yeah.
Hopefully I'm small enough.
Yeah.
I can get in.
Get
Yeah,
through
Zolan, you can get through. You could invoke an attack of opportunity if he decides to attack you.
That's fine. I don't think he's going to.
Okay.
I got my boys. I got the boys with me. I'm alright.
Yeah.
I'm getting in.
So you do manage to push through his legs.
Slap him on the ass when I get in.
And
Put some clothes on.
Slap that thigh and roll the ripples.
you have to kind of you sort of go towards you going through the legs, but there's no gap through the legs. You've got to sort of go through the
I
side.
don't want to go through there.
You're just about small enough to get
I
through.
want to go through there.
As you get
Imagine what you're
through,
going to rub against.
you realise you're in another. You're in another bedroom. This is actually an even bigger bedroom than the master bedroom what you believe to be the master bedroom previously. It's kind of a dark a kind of burgundy carpet. Looks much nicer than servants' quarters you saw downstairs, which were extremely modest. Big king-size bed in here, 4-poster bed. There's lots of nice things in here. It looks like lots of food has been consumed because there's massive piles of food, waste and scraps all around the floor. There's a rack of suits kind of hung up on the side. There's some...
all of his size as well? Are they?
They're not of his size.
Okay, that's fine then, yeah.
There are huge, great kind of velvet curtains which are pulled across some of the windows. There is there's a there's as well as the latrine that was in the other room. There seems to be another mound of dung in the corner of this room, which is somewhat pungent.
Disgusting.
There are pipes in here, like tobacco pipes.
It's worth a lot.
But notably, despite how clearly nice this room is, it's also disgusting. Like the state of the sheets, you can tell is just the bed is not made in any fashion. It's sort of fairly pungent and lived in and gross. I mean, particularly the pile of dung really sets off the atmosphere. Yeah.
Love.
What? No.
Squash him.
Okay, well, I guess you've come in. You've come in now, haven't you? So he steps aside and he does reluctantly open the door. These huge, massive, poured, very, very, not quite claws. They're more like big clubbed hands with very, very, very stubby nubs for fingers.
Nice. Nubs.
I guess have a seat.
No, thank you.
No, I think we'll stand.
Oh, it's foul in here.
Okay,
I'll go over and open the window.
God.
No problem. So, yeah, you pull back the curtains and the bright light rushes into the room now. He, at the same point, takes this massive, heavy seat on the bed, and the whole bed bows extremely, making this massive creak. You do not understand how it hasn't snapped. As he puts all of his weight in, and the two sides of it sort of bow upwards. And he fills this 4-poster completely, and his head's kind of touching the top of it. His whole frame's filling it up. His monocle and his little cane.
This is how lords live, is it?
Oh, I was forced to live here. I had to resort to this after the main house was taken over, you see.
Right, come on, enough of this. You're not the lord of the manor here, are you?
I certainly am. I am Lord Hungus. I have the monocle.
Have the monocle.
Yeah. I have a different theory. I think that the dead elf at the table downstairs and the one in the master bedroom, I think they are the lord and lady of this manor. I think you are either a guest or a servant, and you've been stringing us along all this time.
The little lady downstairs also says that you are not the lord of the manor.
Make an intimidation roll.
Don't even ask. It wasn't a 1, but neither was it.
No, I know.
6.
I am the lord. I am the lord of the manor. This is my house.
Oh, we'll go get the little
I'm
girl
gonna
then,
get
shall we?
exactly what's going to happen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want me to stay? You get the girl.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
What little girl are we talking about?
I'm going to put a loaded crossbow on him as well.
Okay.
No, I don't want to shoot him.
no,
What's her name?
Yeah.
Now roll
Terrace.
intimidation.
No, let's not be hasty. But okay, it's not actually my manor.
We know this.
Per se.
This can be your manor. All we need is the money. And then we're going to leave with the girl, because we're not leaving the girl here with you. We're going to take the girl to town, and the manor is yours.
How do I say?
But where is the money?
We kind of looks to you like, wait a second. The manor is mine.
Okay. For 2,000 gold? That's written off? Okay.
Right.
Everybody happy with that?
I mean, you understand? I'm sorry for being a little bit off with you, but I was being hunted You understand, by the slicked. And I came here to retreat, fearing for my life. I did not want to be drained.
Hungus, can you remove your monocle?
I would.
Hungus!
Takes
Give
his
this
little-
man the monocle.
You really did kill the family, don't you know? It did.
Oh yes,
It
we can
did.
we can
Well, we're
clearly
not-
see that
yes,
you
killed.
haven't. The slick has killed the family. Yes.
Yeah, we're not blaming you for the death of the family.
I am sorry. I'm really sorry. I'm just so lonely.
Well, you can't stay here.
I mean, it's hard being the last of your
You want-
species.
you-
don't you?
Aren't the last of your species. I'm telling you.
Could you
we
imagine
have
if you were
met-
the only one remaining
We have
of
met.
your whole
We
species
have.
in the whole of the world?
Going to stab him. Going to stab him. We have.
Every
met.
day you just see all of these other people of different species all happy around you. And then you are the very last one.
Should we go
And
get
then
the
just
girl,
as you think that this couldn't get any worse,
Just
the
doesn't say-
scariest creature in all of the lands comes and hunts you.
Where did the slick come from? How did it get here?
But I don't know, it was chose after me. It was chasing me, and I fled into the manor house.
Can't imagine it was really chasing you. I can't imagine you running very
No.
fast.
I had a head start.
What,
Really?
like the
What?
2 weeks head start?
I had a head start. I really think we need to notify the king. We have to do something
But I tell
about
you
these
what,
slicks.
you could take that on as your own personal mission, couldn't you? Now that you're free.
The king will not believe me. I'm not an elf like you. I'm not an elf like you.
I'm the last of my kind, buddy.
Of an elf?
I'm a Glam elf.
A Glaum elf.
Glam elf.
Give me a deception roll.
Yeah, with disadvantage because the two of us are standing together.
The three of us. I'm definitely joshing with him. It's a 10.
I don't think so. You don't have the physique.
Well, I'm basically been inducted into the Glam. Me and Porridge were like that in... Where did we meet
It
Porridge?
was Callus.
Callus.
No, was it Callus? It was Callus. No,
I
it
don't.
wasn't Callus. Where was it? It was Callus.
Yeah.
Yes, it was Callus.
I don't know porridge or callus.
There's a the baby Scaran. Baby Scaran? Baby Scaran.
In.
I don't know
Baby
any of
Scaran
these
in.
words.
Of course you don't know these words or this porridge because you haven't met them yet. But we're trying to tell you, Hungus, that you are not the last of the Glam.
No.
We know of one other Glam.
I would don't be so.
Porridge. Oh, not porridge. Sorry, not porridge. Hungus, just listen. I'm going to shoot you in the tail.
Well, don't cut it off first.
There is
His
another.
eye opens quite wide, you say, and the monocle just drops down.
Right. And the cane, because the cane belongs to the Lord of the Manor, which is now
He just
this
drops
guy.
in.
I tell you where there are no slick. Callus. I'll tell you where there are at least one other Glam. Callus.
Don't you think it's at least worth
I don't even think it's that
investigating?
far from here, right?
No, where's bloody Sildon's climbing the walls with a map? Don't know where he's gone. But
It
no,
might be a nice career change for you.
we need to head east.
I mean, it sounds very, very interesting. And of course, it would be lovely to meet another of my species, though obviously, as I am the last, it is unlikely. However, I'm really just worried about all of the people living here in the elven world. These slicks are you've seen them. You've seen what they can do. They would kill them all. There are thousands of them in Blight.
We've heard that this is a causing of the Elven Kingdom. Supposedly the Elven Kingdom used to mine something from the Slicked mines, can't remember what it is, and supposedly they're limiting supply. That's what we've heard, so I think you're worried for a country that's probably actually inflicted this on themselves.
And that has vast military resources.
Yes.
I don't care how many of these creatures there are. There's plenty of resources that the Elven kingdoms can use to deal with them. I'm sure that they will know about this by now.
Just please, Your very royal friend. If you could just have him,
Yes,
just raise the alarm.
I promise we will, when we get back in that direction, we will inform His Majesty and pass on the word.
And I mean, you can tell him it was the last. It was Hungus, the last of the Glaum.
Last of the Glaum
Who told you if you would like to.
Yes, we will pass that on. In the meantime.
But that is a bonus. That is not the primary aim.
No, we will pass it on. Honest. In the meantime, I think we better go and get the girl and take her back to the farm.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, Weir's happy with this place, and we'll tell you once more that there is a Glaum, because I don't think Weir's going to let you stay here, and you're going to be heading somewhere.
I'll leave that up to him.
I was going to say, yeah, there is a Glaum, and you seem like a very lonely fellow. I think you should...
He's going to need someone to shovel all this crap out of this room.
That's true. Yeah, that is true. There's another servant. And if you're looking for some company, there is a Glaum. He's called Porridge. He makes baby porridge. It's revolting. You might like it.
You let me take this place. The debt is written off.
You have to tell us who your employer was.
That was the deal.
Yeah.
Okay. His name was Victor.
Write this one down. Victor. Sinister name.
He had
Got to be a bad guy with a name like that.
He had a yellow, blonde centre parting.
Okay.
Ooh.
Victor.
Victor with the centre parting.
He wore a thick white trench coat over a smart black shirt and trousers.
It definitely sounds like a bad guy.
He was a bad guy. He'd always hire a private game room at the Aspect.
Do I know the Aspect?
You would. It's a hotel within a place called the Circulus, and the Circulus was the main, for want of a better word, mall, or the main attraction of Shadecap.
Yeah.
The Circulus. So it was a hotel, it was a casino, it was all kinds of different entertainments.
Yeah.
It was renowned for, you pretty much do whatever you wanted there. It was kind of known, you would know it to be a sort of shady character magnet.
Wretched hive of scum and villainy.
Most definitely.
We made it known we were looking for work, and he knew us to be capable. We ran through a small group of his lackeys after they caught us stealing. We owed him a favour.
Okay.
Victor. Is there any reason why I wanted the bag? Or the job was just retrieve the bag?
I honestly do not know. Look, at the end of the day, me and Layla were just looking to make ends meet. She had a higher cause. I didn't. I was a thief. I just looked to get by.
If he's from Shadecap, surely he'd know that your sort of bag is a relatively common item, and he could have picked one up pretty much anywhere.
I guess, at that point, they
with
would
that
have...
sort of influence and that he'd obviously have in a place like that.
Maybe there's something special to do with the bag, I don't know. I have no idea. But nonetheless, thank you very much.
Yeah, deal's a deal.
What you said, we're going to go take the little girl and get out of here.
I'm not anywhere near as interested as Layla. If you ever find out why Benji did what he did, let me know.
Yeah, we'll be looking that way. Him and Derek killed one of our companions, Nolus, if you remember. We got a score to settle at some point. Will do. We'll write.
And if you find out anything more about Layla,
We'll be in touch. We know where you live.
We'll send a wasp.
Carry a wasp. Good luck cleaning this mess up.
I'm not cleaning it up. Hungus. I'm a lord. No.
He has the monocle now, Hungus.
But don't put it in, you'll get conjunctivitis. Please.
Weir just takes his blade out, just sort of plays with it, twirling it, sort of on the end of his finger, quite skillfully, just sort of twists it like a basketball spinning.
On the point?
On the point. Sort of
Reckless.
flicks it over a few times. He's like,
That's the thing.
you can start with the kitchen.
I'll give Hengus a good hearty slap on the back as we walk out.
Oh.
Remember, callus.
Yeah.
I don't remember the King Andoram.
Yeah.
It's very important.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very, very
I
important.
believe he's an
Absolutely.
arsehole, but we shall.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for not stabbing me in the back.
Oh, you were close. Closer than you'd even believe. Give him a wink.
Okay.
Right, let's go down and let's get this young girl. Let's get her out of here.
Girl? I don't know what you're talking about.
There's a little girl who I think her parents are the dead bodies upstairs.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah. I think it'd be a best idea if we took her back to the farm.
Yeah.
They could look after her there.
We will take a quick break and pick that up in a few minutes' time. We will return in 6 of your Earth minutes.
6.
See you shortly.
6 Earth minutes.
And we're back. What was the show
Oh yeah.
from the 80s? It was 3 2 1.
3, 2, 1.
Anyone? And they slowed.
You
There's
know
some,
six?
there's some footage
Did you do it?
of people
I did
having
it.
slowed the frame rates right
Yeah,
down
good.
on it. Hi everyone. There's some footage of people having slowed the frame rate
Yeah.
right down. He's meant to be going,
Smell.
whatever it is,
Barrels.
3
3,
2
Oh,
1.
nice.
He slowed it right down. He's just literally doing that.
I knew it! I knew it! All those years of rotten swine, I damn well knew it. And you know what? Dusty Bin. When they got Dusty Bin, everybody assumes that when they got the Dusty Bin as the booby prize at the end, they got the little porcelain Dusty Bin. It wasn't, it was a dustbin. They got a metal dustbin.
British TV for those of you non-British.
That's old British TV though. I don't
Old
know
British
this.
TV, yeah.
I don't know this.
It's
TV.
so old, it's a dustbin rather than a wheelie bin. I mean, you don't even know what a dustbin
I remember a
is.
dustbin. Yeah, I remember the old dustbin.
I remember a dustbin.
I remember the dustbin.
Zolan remembers.
Yeah.
Stolen knows a dustbin.
Yeah. Comment now if you remember the dustbin.
Did yours have a rubber lid or a metal lid?
Rubber lid or plastic.
Oh, I had one with a metal lid.
Did you?
Made a nice clangy.
That was one we used to
Anyway.
clatter invaders with. Get the
Yeah.
dustbin lid.
Meanwhile,
Right. Where were we? After that detour.
Trash can, is that what you're talking about?
Trash can. For the garbage.
I'm thinking of Grouch.
So you're heading back down to the room where you found Tyrus before,
yes.
down to into the
Yes,
servants area. Again, these are just sort of narrow, fairly modest, dim servant quarters. Really, Thornier. There's a pantry down here. There's a couple of bedrooms, but there's nothing remarkable per se.
If you want any cheese,
It smells of cheese.
there's a room in there with some incredible cheese in it.
It smell better than Zolan's cheese.
It's the same cheese.
Yeah, there is a
Or is
very
it?
pungent cheese aroma. So you return down to that room, the three of you.
As we go past, actually, I'm going to grab a hunk of cheese to munch on.
Sure thing. Yeah, it's big wheel of these are big wheels
Yeah, I'll
of cheese.
break a bit off to munch on it. I do like a bit of cheese.
No problem. Very very strong,
Stronger
pungent
the better.
pungent cheese. As you get to that room, you open the door, and she is clearly again under the bed. She makes that, it's evident immediately as soon as you walk in the room. She's still there.
Tyrus,
Yes.
you there?
Yes. Yes, I'm here.
We've got rid of the nasty big bug creature thing.
Really?
Yeah, it's gone.
Really?
Promise.
Gone.
Gone.
Is it coming back?
No. Definitely not.
Where's the elf?
He's busy somewhere
What?
at the moment.
What do you mean?
He's gone off to do some things, the important things.
Get help.
Yeah,
I don't believe you.
it's okay. You can come out. You're safe now.
Who's
That's
he?
the important bit.
You weren't here before.
I was in the grey. I came to fight the bug.
You helped us fight the bug. We fought the bug. Bug's dead.
Are you an elf?
Yes, wood elf.
A wood elf?
Yeah. A genuine kind of elf.
Let me see where he is. Okay. Strange. What about the other man?
He's not coming with us.
He's staying to tidy up.
Yeah, staying to sort of tidy the place up a bit.
I don't want him here anymore. Get him away.
Well, actually, we think it'd be better if you come with us. We've got somewhere where you can be safe, where you can be looked after, while your home is repaired and cleaned and sorted out for you.
This is a blonde girl, probably 9 or 10 years old. She's an elf. I've described her previously to these guys. She's wearing a sort of small, or she's got next to her this small tiara which she sort of puts on her head as she gets out of the room. She's wearing sort of quite lavish, opulent, golden clothing, but she's clearly been squatting under this tiny little servant's bed in this room. There's a little bit of food strewn here and there in the area. It smells a little bit dilapidated in here as well. Not clear how long she's been in here. Pale face, blue eyes, looks quite innocent. Just talks with this slight uppityness to her. No, I want my house. I want mummy and daddy.
You.
What have you done with them?
They're not here at the moment.
Where are they?
We don't know. We don't know where they are. The only person we found here is Hengist. But we've got somewhere safe we can take you.
I don't.
People who will look after you.
I don't talk to humans.
Till your parents come back. Well, you're going to have to.
He's a pretty noble human.
You can't stay here.
Mummy and Daddy said never to talk to humans.
Malcolm here is quite high up with the elves. He's trusted.
Well, I don't trust him.
I'll show her my military
His
signature.
dead father's ring.
Yeah, I'm not wearing that. That's hidden away. I'll show her my military badge. I was an officer in the Equa army. I served under the elves. I was trusted by the elves. You can trust me.
Not past tense though.
Just don't want to say that quietly.
Shut up! Shut.
I don't want to leave.
You
Just
can't
get that thing out of here. If it's out of here already, then amazing. And
You can't stay here. The place is full of bug stuff.
Oh.
There's nothing here for you. There's no food, there's no resources.
Oh.
We can get you somewhere safe.
Daddy will get some more.
He's going to be away for a while.
What have you done with him?
How old are you?
40.
She might be old enough. Do you have relatives nearby?
Yeah, Mummy and Daddy, I live with them.
Well,
Other than Mummy and Daddy, do you have any family nearby?
No.
Do you know the farm nearby? What's it called?
Hathna, maybe?
What he said.
Something like that?
Yeah, I think Daddy gets taxes from them.
We can take you there. You'll be safe until your Mummy and Daddy come back.
You can go to the stinky farm. Stay here.
You can't stay here.
Who are you to tell me I can't stay here?
Let's break it. I'm sorry, but my human friend here has tried to be very diplomatic with you and save you from a lot of pain, but unfortunately, we are assuming your mother and your father are both dead.
You see a lip kind of quiver.
He's trying to protect you from the truth, but unfortunately you seem a little bit too ignorant to listen.
It's not true. It's not true. It's not true.
I'm afraid it is.
I don't think you've got great skills in breaking bad news, Zolan.
No, but she's a little
Get
bit...
out of here.
You have to come with us.
Get out of here.
I'll reach out a hand to her.
Don't touch me. She puts her hands in her head. Get out of here.
You can't stay here.
It was fine. I came here.
You call this fine?
Humans, slicks, and that thing.
What thing?
The elves are right.
Hunger,
They're all-
probably.
No one else can be trusted. We've got to get rid of you and the slicks.
Okay.
Leave me alone. Just get out.
Well, she don't want to come with us. Can't force her.
14, which is very racist.
No.
Probably 40.
40, could be 40, yeah. I've no idea. Yeah. This is, we can escort you to the farm.
Leave me alone.
You do realise that this isn't home anymore.
There's nothing for you here.
Well, the farm isn't my home.
No, but there's people there who could look after you.
I don't need looking after.
What are you gonna
Those
do
people or you.
What are you going to do then?
What happens when the cheese runs out?
Plus, you can't live on just cheese.
Oh, I think you can.
You end up looking like a clown if you do, I think.
You don't have to live at the farm. You could rule the farm.
I would do rule the farm.
Touche.
Of course you do.
Just kill.
Come on.
Get rid of these people.
Which people? Us?
Just looking directly at Thorin.
I can't do that. These are my trusted allies.
Oh dear.
These are not the people that you have beef with.
Make that thing pay.
We did.
It's dead.
Make them all pay.
Well, that's potentially the plan.
Not quite. No, not at the moment.
plan.
But could be a future plan.
We are planning to at least make this stop.
She just picks up a tiara that she's sort of got in her hand, just throws it against the wall and just lets out a scream.
Does it land anywhere close to me?
It lands on the floor near her feet.
Look over there, what's that?
They're really dead.
They are dead. If you want some closure, we can take you, and then we're leaving. There is only encased in a bit of amber. You could do with seeing the real world, I think.
Yeah, actually. Yeah. Come with us.
If you want to, if you want to see this,
We can show you.
I'm not coming anywhere with you.
I'm going to pull out my book of poetry. I'm going to read a poem that I know from my childhood. You like this? Your parents are dead. Do not worry, small child. Come with us, be good.
Your persuasion roll.
what a great poem.
That's clearly someone subscribing.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a wonderful 6.
Oh, it's a wonderful city.
It was in Wood Elf.
Doesn't translate very well.
That's like hearing a hymn sung in Welsh. No matter
Yeah.
what it is, it sounds wonderful.
Yeah, she didn't understand it.
I also have a Welsh songbook.
Look, thank you if you've got rid of that thing, but just leave me alone.
Can't really do that.
We can't force her to come with us.
No, but what's we're gonna do?
Oh, that's up to them to decide then, isn't it? I mean, there we have two people who are going to have to decide what to do.
Do you have family close by that we can write to?
Anybody you can
Yeah. we can-
tell about the situation here? Uncles, aunts?
No, just my parents.
Well, we've told you that the Slictor's dead. Unfortunately, your parents have also perished due to the Slict. most likely, now that the situation is less
She's
hostile,
visibly crying.
you're probably still going to live in this shithole. It isn't good to stay here.
This is my home. I don't have anywhere else.
You have to have family.
Who are my family? My mum and my dad.
Well, we need to find some new family, I'm afraid. Thorin is about to be a father.
What?
Maybe.
Or mother.
If the
Mother.
if the winds blow correctly, a few hundred years, I might decide that. Well, the gods might decide I'm ready. Who knows?
Who knows? I don't understand.
Until then, I don't really think about stuff like that.
Do you not? I don't understand.
I don't know what your fascination is with planning births.
It
And,
was the bidding.
oh yeah, but
She wanted money for your child.
the potential child that could happen if we're smiled upon in the future and things go right. I imagine I'll go back there in, I don't know, 50 years. Maybe we'll plan something. Who knows? We'll see how it rolls.
Don't know how it works in those. There's a lot more by the book in the Gnomish lands.
I think it's a bit more potluck from what I've heard. Not that I have that much experience.
After a little while, Weir appears from behind you.
Oh.
Knife.
Where's the family gold, Tiris? I'm not telling you. She told you?
No. She's a racist. Doesn't want anything to do with us.
Hey, where's the gold? Tell me. And we get out your way. She's shaking her head. She looks a little more intimidated than she had done previously, because she's backed up in this tiny little room. There's only one entrance, which all four of you are kind of in. Just sort of shaking her head toward him.
You're brave. You are a brave girl. I believe you're a stupid girl. I don't think this man is... I don't think you should test his patience.
I'm not afraid of humans. Who are you calling human? I'm Osai.
Osai? Did he say Osai? Interesting.
I don't know what that is. Why are there so many not elves in my house? Even the only elf there is a wood elf. Where's the gold?
You should think yourself lucky.
Yeah.
Most of the elves we know wouldn't have stopped to help you.
And in a couple more days, there would probably be no elves left in this house. Realistically, I think we've done you a favour.
Look, you can't stay here. Tell me where the gold is. I'll give you some to go on your way. I'm staying here. This is my house. Not anymore, I'm afraid. I'm sorry. This is mine now. She looks at you guys, kind of for any indication.
Go and ask the elves. Yeah! I'll make a noise like that as well.
What is this?
Well, you want help now, do you?
Just tell us where the gold is. I'll give you a bit. You go.
She can stay with you, right? This is her home.
I'm afraid not, no.
You've got loads of money. You can look after a child.
I'm not looking after a child.
A noble child.
Do you have a child?
No.
He's
I don't
about-
think about those sorts of things.
He's about to have a child.
I don't really know how it works, to be honest. It's a bit mysterious.
I'm not keeping a child. This is a very awkward tension between the whole room right now. She's nervous and a little aggressive, and he's clearly an intimidating character.
You have been given an option to leave this house with coin in your pocket, or you'll leave this house empty-handed. I think if you look at this guy closely, do you really believe he's going to let you stay here? You're leaving one way or the other. Empty-handed on your own, or potentially with some coin, and we'll escort you to the local town, where you can collect your taxes, play little princess, and potentially be on and find some more family and rebuild your life.
I don't want another family. I want my family.
Well,
Oh.
you can't have your family. That's the one thing
Yeah.
that is absolutely certain about this situation.
Just pumps both her fists in that frustration.
This is why I don't know.
Yeah. Your fathers unfortunately perished at the dinner table. You can go and sit next to them and play happy families if you want to. You're being a naive little child and you don't realise the situation you're in. You do not have the privilege that you believe your race gives you at this point in time. You are equal to all of us at this present point in time.
Yes, your privilege died with your parents.
Yeah.
You are now alone in the world, and it's up to you to decide what you want to do. But if you want to keep this house, you're going to have to fight this man for it.
Are you trying to be intimidating? Are you trying?
No, I'm
Make-
just being matter of fact.
Make
actually.
a persuasion roll then.
I don't think we are going to be letting this man fight this little girl.
No. But she'll
Someone says out loud.
just be leaving empty-handed.
If she leaves.
You will get thrown out, I reckon. She's only little.
Persuasion.
I hope she's getting thrown out.
That was a powerful 9.
Powerful.
Well, then
Fight me.
Oh dear Lord.
Where's Silden when you need him? He's
Weirds
good.
raises an eyebrow. I'm not fighting you. I'll throw you out the door.
See, this is the thing, you see. You can leave with some money in your pocket and with us to help you on your way, or he will throw you out and he will just tear this place apart looking for what's here anyway. It's a no-win situation for you. Take his offer.
If I tell you it, stuttering through tears, fighting. She's so emotional. If I tell you where Daddy's things are, will you kill them?
Kill who?
Bugs. There's more of them, isn't there?
Not here, there isn't.
I know where they are. They're in the city. In Blight.
Well, that is a plan.
Kill them. Kill them.
Well, that is kind of what we're doing anyway. So, if not us, then we're going to get word to the authorities who will.
Wade takes another step towards her.
I put my arm across. Just stop him from doing anything hurty.
He looks at you, Thorny. You talk to her, the racist.
Right, I'm going to tell everyone to back away. I'll come down to a level. And do you want another poem?
What?
Look, things are bloody awful for you right now. I don't have any parents either. And when my parents went, I had to leave the forest. And I ended up with these jokers. I didn't like it at the time, but they're my best friends now.
It's fair enough.
I don't
represent
care
that
about
remark.
currency anymore. But this man, I'm going to point at, I forget his name.
Weir.
Weir.
Yeah.
He's blinded by it. And look at him. He's going nowhere. He's not happy. He'll never be happy. Give him what he wants. You don't need it. You can be happy without currency.
What happened to your sides? He's addressing Weir. And the first time you kind of notice he's got these scars down both. I say first, I maybe pointed this out before. He's got these big scars on either side, kind of not too far from, just on both sides, kind of underneath his arms.
Selling his organs for the money.
Sounds-
He's got a gambling. Maybe he wasn't offside.
Yeah, and this is what we're
that-
getting described just right
Yeah.
now. Some arm scars.
Arm
No.
scars, yeah.
Are you saying any of these things?
No, I wouldn't be
We're
like that.
just talking.
I would be like, yeah, when you, I'd be like, no. I would be inspecting as well, going, no,
And he covers like almost a little bit sort of awkward
Did
and
you?
no.
Are those?
No.
Did you?
don't never you mind. Never you mind.
We're heading that way, we are.
Where's the gold? Alright, one more persuasion roll, Thorny.
Oh, big one.
18 or 13? 18.
I'll show you.
That's my plan all along.
And Weir looks. And then looks at you. Okay. And she stands up, sort of dusts herself down, takes a deep breath, tries to wipe away her tears. Sorts her dress out a bit because it's all sort of crumpled. Stands up, tries to regain some composure.
You want the alcohol, Malcolm? It's a hip flask. This is like the adult initiation, you know, of your first drink at this point as well.
Fairly sure I should have, but no, I don't.
No.
She
That's a thought. Is there any booze in this place?
There was a whole room of it, if you remember, most of which was
Most of
smashed
which
on
was
the floor.
broken. Yeah.
You were licking the carpet for a bit. With the glass.
scraping,
Squeezing any juice into the gut.
So she stands, and she sort of, if you guys let her pass, because it's quite tight there, sort of stand aside. She gets up, and she's a little bit, looks like she's very, very stiff in her legs, like she's not walking very well. Obviously, she's probably been crouched or lying down for a long period of time. So really awkwardly sort of limping almost as she stands.
I'm like that after 2 hours in the cinema.
And are you letting her go in front or behind you?
Yeah, she's leading.
Yeah, she's leading. She sort of stands up and sort of looks out, kind of cautiously, past the door, back into the servants' corridor, past the cheese pantry.
Cheers.
All the way to the end of the corridor where the kitchen is, and she opens that up. It's definitely gone, promise.
Definitely gone. Promise.
She opens the door of the kitchen, she looks in, and the Angus is...
Angus is
Don't worry about him.
leaving.
A warning to you is your father's in the dining room if you don't want to see him, and your mother's in the master bedroom. Just as a warning.
I want to see.
Okay.
You really don't. You really don't. Trust me on this.
And she tries the so you've got the big barricaded door.
Which leads into the dining room. Oh, hello.
Ain't gonna be
Don't know what
able
it is.
Thank you very much for the follow.
Fourth thing? Fourth
It's a bit far away from us, but I believe Malcolm's translation of who subscribed then was
Fourth thing, George, or
Four thing, George.
Fourth thing, George. or
Four
something.
thing George.
Thing George. Apologies, our screen is too far away to see.
We need to change
But-
that to a thin black typeface. It's well spaced.
Yes,
Yeah.
we do.
Over
Yeah.
the whole screen.
Yeah.
Faddle.
Four thing, George. Unlikely to be your username, but thank you very much for the follow. We appreciate it.
If that isn't your username, may I suggest that it might be a good one to have?
Your next account, Fourth in George.
Fourth thing, George.
So she heads back into that kitchen, and she obviously sees this first door is barricaded to the dining room, and she goes through. It was in the main house.
We'll take her through, not through the dining room, through into the hallway
Yeah.
where the dead bug is.
Okay, so you open the door, and it's the first thing, obviously, that she notices is it's this gigantic 8-foot tall, massive, great dead insectoid lying at the foot of these double central staircase with the red runner between the two statues, and she looks down and sort of cowers a little bit. Kind of a scared childhood innocence comes through for one of the, she's been putting on a bit of a front a lot of the time. All of that veil sort of lifts. She's truly fearful for a moment.
Just go up.
She
I'll
hears a
go up.
wasp.
Giant wasp.
What is that? Oh, it's just as a friend.
I'll just go up to the big carcass and poke it with my staff. And say, look, see? Dead. Very, very dead.
It's wait staff.
Poke.
There's also, just as a reminder for Thorinir's purposes, because I don't think I've given him this description before, there's also this large metal cage at the bottom of the staircase, which is a jar.
About that.
Where this big squared off metal cage, bottom of the staircase, a jar with this acrid smell which is permeating the air all around you. And that was the other description I failed to give you previously.
Is the brownie still in this? Remember I murked a brownie at the doorway. I'm really interested in what brownies carry. I want to just go and inspect the body.
Yeah.
What is he?
That one was upstairs, wasn't it?
I want some pixie dust while I'm here. I'm heading up.
Or did someone lob it over the balcony?
Yeah, Malcolm
Really?
threw
You
it.
threw
Yeah.
it over the balcony.
He's
So if
trying
you
to
threw-
terrorise the other brownie by throwing a dead comrade.
Yeah.
That's right.
You're next!
So there is a dead brownie down here.
Yeah, I'm going
also.
to investigate that fella.
Okay, go ahead.
What's pixie dust? What's he got?
Yeah,
Got Rolexes. He's a very tricksy little fella.
go ahead.
If he's got anything of mine.
17.
17. So
Not
he's got
Malcolm's
this.
bag.
He's got this little archer style hat,
Yeah.
and they're very
Will
similar.
that fit me?
A little bit smaller than you. Yeah, it would fit.
Oh.
You've got a big head. Its head is a lot more dainty than
Is it?
yours.
Okay, yeah.
You probably put it on there if you'd like instead of your
a
flight cap.
jaunty angle.
No, I think I'll put it in my bag just in case because I haven't washed these clothes in a while.
Have they got brownie hat on D&D Beyond?
No, but I can add it as a custom item.
It also carries this very small little short bow, brownie sized short bow.
Okay.
And
that.
aside from that, as it lies here dead, still seems to have a little smile.
Yeah.
Just an annoying
Okay.
little grin.
I know he does this not for profit. He just does this just to be a twat, doesn't he? It's not full of gold or anything nice.
As you're sort of vaguely sort of looking at Zolan, it looks like she's stepping toward the doorway to the dining room on the north side.
I really don't think you want to go in there.
My father's in there, yes?
Well, yes. What's left of him?
How bad is it? I'd say sneakily.
Never her up on the bed.
I don't know if I saw. I don't know if I went up there.
Did you get up?
No, I don't think you have been in there. I don't think.
Right, me?
During all this whispering, she's made her way to the doorway, and she peeks through, and just lets out the most blood-curdling howl
Yeah, that was going to happen. It's
as
alright.
she sees the body of her father enveloped in this strange crystal structure all around his torso, as his legs, still in quite nice, fancy suited trousers and boots, sits at the head of the dinner table, the half-eaten meal in front of him.
Don't say I didn't warn you.
She just drops to her knees. She's sobbing, just there on the floor, and just beside herself. You know, she's just sort of holding her head and then crying, sort of banging it into the floor, looking at him, letting out shrieks and wails.
It's reasonable.
Yeah, I'll give her sort of pat on the shoulder.
There.
Got any poems, Thorin, for this?
Yeah, I'll read a poem.
Sure, that's
Please
a
share
good
it. Please
sure
share
that's
it.
a good idea.
Yeah, Thorin did great. His last poem was great.
Yeah. Close your eyes, young one. Think of the good times you had. Father loved you. Yes.
Was that common or Elvish or Wood
It
Elf?
was in Wood Elf.
Wood Elf, yeah.
What was this about?
Once again, she does haiku.
What's the counting?
It's Wood Elf haikus.
Is it? Okay.
I can't do them without counting.
Okay, no.
I wasn't very good at haikus in Wood Elf school.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't one of the arty masters
I know.
that.
It was referred to as Wood Elf School. It's like us going to our human school.
Yeah. This is the artistry of the gnomes. Paper mache.
Yeah, it wasn't a very creative type.
As you know.
Can't even remember. Yeah, he was more of a. He was a scholar of.
Was you really?
Yeah, he's very wise.
What did you study in?
Very wise.
You should have gone to the university.
The old religions.
Oh, Seisu and...
But he used to sneak off and do a bit of foraging and just playing wasp racing. Definitely bunked off more than
Do you reckon?
we should have.
God. God, now you're having kids. You're a menace to society.
Well, we
you're
didn't,
alright.
I missed that class actually.
Yeah.
The kids, so I
Evidently.
think we were going to get to that at some point.
Yeah.
Don't think you could have kids until you've learned how to have kids. So.
As this casual conversation's taking place, she's gone right up to the father, and she's sort of this one hand which is sticking out. She's just sort of holding, and sort of holding it into her, still beside herself. And just after a little period of time, she says, "His ring."
Oh, I saw one of those brownies in here a while back, messing around with the table and that.
With his stern eyes on Malcolm.
Do you know he's... Oh, yes, we have no
I'm gonna
idea.
make
I have no idea that
You know, you've got no idea, but you've got a fair
guess
idea.
at authority.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw one of those brownies in here, having a poke around earlier on. Maybe they took it. Was it valuable?
Didn't unlock the safe or anything, did it?
You're having a laugh, aren't you? Yes, I did.
Should we go and check the brownie?
We'll go and check the brownie on... Zolan, come with me. We need to go and see if that brownie's got the ring.
Okay.
He's sort of... We'll
You left
go
the
out.
room. She's still there.
It's probably triggered. It's... okay, right, yeah. I get it. Ah!
Found it!
Had it tucked onto his belt.
How about
Wrapped
that?
on.
How do you know that that's the one?
He's got a ring on him. That it? Yeah, there you go. Thieving little
It's probably
bastards.
quite big, actually. It's a little Zolan, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, it's a
Probably
huge.
for-
It is a big.
for an
Fat. It's a
Elvish,
yeah.
Whoa!
It's a lavish,
Weighty.
elaborate, weighty ring.
I could do
Yeah.
curls with this, I reckon.
Yeah, with this feathered signal.
Crikey. I'll give it to... I forgot her name now. Tyrus. I'll give it to her now. I'll say to Weir that maybe it might be nice if she can leave with this.
Weir takes a look. Where's the safe? I'm sorry. Pointing to the father. Where's the safe? And she
Behind the picture of the elf in it.
she goes over to you. Thorin, she just stands and just whispers to you in Elvish. In the office.
Okay. I mean, I don't know what an office is.
I'm just going to go behind that painting. I guess not.
Maybe not.
No.
It's in the office.
Have we been to the office? Have we been to the office?
The office, yes, there was.
I've been to the
one
master
other room-
bedroom.
One of the rooms off the hallway, wasn't it?
Weir's already taken off ahead of you.
How's it? Has he got the ring?
No, you got the ring.
You've got the ring.
Oh, cool. I was going to give it. I thought I'd give it to her.
If you gave it to her, then she's got it.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, she's holding it.
If he's going to try and take it off her, then we'll contest that.
He's not at the moment.
Okay, good.
Come on then.
Where's my
Let's
mouse
go
gone?
upstairs.
My mouse buggered off.
So you head up again past this cage, past the dead body of this insectoid, past the fallen chandelier, the flower footprints on the floor.
What would normally be in that cage? Is it like a human-sized cage?
It's a decent size. Yeah, a human would fit in it.
These sick half these elves, aren't they? Barbaric race.
Ask the girl, do you know anything? What's this cage for?
I don't know.
You don't know.
So it wasn't here before.
Okay. Hungus? Is Hungus around?
Oh yeah.
What's the cage for, Hungus? You know what the cage is
He's
for?
not here.
Oh.
As you shout, you hear it from the distance in the other room.
Okay.
I'm sort of stomping.
So the office.
You return to the office. It was the northwest room. You would remember it. It's not that long ago. The northwest room, just to the north side of the master bedroom.
Right.
I'm happy for you to all return to there if that's where you'd like to go.
Yeah?
Sure.
No, there's no ghouls.
Weir's already in there and he's looking around and he's checked. There's a load of papers as you go into this room. There are there's lots of this blood-filled amber all around the room in these softer sacks here. There's the this large feather sigilled rug. Which, if you remember, was folded over itself at one corner, and you sort of peeled it back and investigated underneath it. There's clearly a servant's body, which is leaning against this central writing desk, with the amber again in shrouding both kind of him and some of half the desk. There's papers galore all over the office, like big stacks of them, quite well organised. And again, just like every other room, there's some very high quality artwork and bits and pieces around the room.
Immediate natural 20 to spot the safe.
Investigation.
Wow, yeah, it's not an immediate natural 20, it's a 22. That's what I want.
Give me any particular areas you're interested in.
I'm just going to assume it's going to be in the cabinet. If there's going to be a reasonably sized drawer at the writing desk,
Fine.
I'm going to assume that's where it's going to be.
With a
So-
lock.
Yes.
Yeah.
So central writing desk, and then there's a few random cabinets and dressers and things around the room.
In the writing desk.
So the writing desk very much contains all sorts of papers referencing quite clearly taxes and various income. And every page is stamped with this sigil, this feathered sigil. It would seem it's pretty evident that they're collecting taxes. You know, whoever this desk belongs to. They are collecting taxes. The name which keeps coming up as the signature on most of this is Lord Bainwin.
Lord Bainwin.
Baenwin. Not a Hungus in sight.
Hungus inside.
The name of this manor appears to be Alice Manor.
Alice, what's the manner?
Something from your human poetry book.
And it seems that around a very high percentage of everything that's collected seems to be passed on periodically to somebody named Lord Osmium
I know Lord Osmium.
in Equa.
Yeah, as that rascal that sells all of the... He had the trade delegation into Callus while I hid in a tree and you guys went cooking.
Yes.
Yeah, he used to deal with all of the cloth. I believe he was like a cloth merchant or something like that, if I remember right. Do I remember
Good
right?
memory.
Hey.
It was like 2.5 years ago that he was last mentioned.
It's in there,
Someone
yeah.
he knows would buy a nice tapestry.
That's probably where this tapestries come from.
Hmm.
What was that about Lord Osmium again?
It seems that the vast amount of the taxes that collected,
Are being...
according to the paperwork that you're reading,
Yeah.
seems to be being passed on to this person.
Hmm.
And it seems like the last few notes seem to indicate hundreds of gold pieces being delivered at a time. But there doesn't seem to be anything further hidden there.
How long ago does it look like the last delivery was made?
Again, dates are tenuous in this world. It's tens of days ago.
So there should-
Unclear how many tens,
It could be.
because it still references the gold spell.
There could be a lot of cash floating around this place.
I think, yeah, unless we can...
This whole time, by the way, Weir is searching around as well in this room.
Yeah. It belongs to him now, so we'll have to...
Okay.
He's always got half an eye on you guys.
So, is there any sign of a lock that looks like it could be opened by said ring? Safe kind of lock type thing.
So, what is there anywhere particularly you're investigating?
I'm looking at the desk.
At the desk. So Zolan's already had a good look at the desk and hasn't been able to find anything
I'm sort
outside
of.
the paperwork.
I'm just going to ask her where it is.
I was going to say we could do, yeah.
Yeah.
could do
Which
that.
one is it?
So she's still sort of downstairs at the moment, but you
I'm
can
gonna
go down.
and
Yeah,
ask her.
go down and ask her. Under the rug.
Okay, thank you. And I'll go up and I'll... It's most sneaky. I'll whisper in your ear. Under the rug.
The rug is still peeled back from where Malcolm was searching previously.
Investigate under the rug.
I won't make you roll because with that specific information, after a period of 30 seconds searching, you eventually find that one of the floorboards is just particularly loose. So when you investigated previously, you didn't roll high enough, you didn't spot it.
Yeah.
But now, armed with that information,
Don't say armed in front of Weir.
Forearmed is forewarned.
How much money do we think's in here?
A rough estimate, I would say quite a bit. Judging by the paperwork, it could be a good few of the tax payments if they haven't run out.
We could return them to all the people that were taking taxes unfairly.
How do you know it's unfairly?
Why?
It could be completely fair.
I don't like that idea.
I didn't think you would.
It seems like a lot of people are working very hard in this land just
That's
to pay
kind
these
of how
taxes.
Kind of how it's done around here.
It's not how we do it in the Wood Elf Forest.
All we're
You
doing
don't
is
have currency in the Wood Elf Forest, do you?
No, but we trade in knowledge and plants and poems.
And Welsh hymns.
Welsh hymns.
all we're doing is taking back from the elves what was never theirs in the first place.
Yeah, and we give it back to the people who they took it from.
Can I ask, Weir? Did you lose your arms forcefully? Or is that a choice that you've made?
What kind of a choice would that be?
Sounds like a
Has somebody
really
done that? Somebody
simple
done that to you?
Maybe. Yeah.
Blimey.
Look. Open. What's down there?
Oh,
You're all sort of huddled around this floorboard now.
yeah, I can say, yeah. Oh. What is? Can I? Is it what's under there? Can I see a safe or can I see a coin purse?
As you
Maybe 2 coin purses. Hopefully 3, and I can have 1.
so you lift it up.
Yeah.
Okay, it's obviously dark under there because it's a floorboard, but there's you've got dark vision.
Dark vision.
Big glowing bone around, isn't there?
Yeah.
There is something metallic under the floor. There is a small groove about the size of a coin in the shape of the feathered sigil on the front of this metallic plate.
Well, I don't get into the groove.
I haven't got the young lady's got the ring. We found the safe, but the girl's got the key.
Okay.
I'll go again.
So Thorny pops back down again.
Will this come out?
She,
Or does it seem pretty set?
she freely does hand it to you.
I run out the front door.
It seems very set in.
It's
It doesn't
very
seem
set,
like
yeah.
this is going to be a simple thing to remove if you did want to try to do so. You give it to me, yes?
Yeah. You tell us anything about the lands of the Osai? We're heading there soon.
Give me what's in there first.
I know about the red eye.
Red eyes.
Red eyes. Red eyes.
Not just the one, the eyes. While we're talking, I'll gesture for the ring and I will start motioning to comply with his wishes.
I'll hand you
And
the
start unlocking.
So it slots in, very perfectly
Yeah.
slots in, and as you do so,
It's got to be gnomish craftsmanship, this.
natural inclination is to try and turn it. It turns 180 degrees, and you hear a little click, and it's very clear that there's now a door of sorts which will pull open.
Carry on, Weir. It's a good shout. I wasn't thinking about inspecting it.
Come up with us.
Yeah.
You give me whatever's in there.
It's a good shout. I will cautiously open the door just in case. I wasn't going to. I was going to just throw it open, but you've. Yeah.
Cautiously pull it back slowly. It's quite heavy. Heavy, dense metallic panel. Safe, clearly embedded into the floor. First thing you see is this purple, kind of velvet or felt of some nature purse, which has a little string tied around the top of it. Looks quite heavy. Definitely looks like it might have coin inside. The second thing you notice is a small kind of orb, like a sphere of something glass or crystal like.
Okay.
Maybe I don't know, that size.
Oh, okay.
Whatever's that size.
Grapefruit.
I was thinking grapefruit, but it's slightly larger.
bit bigger,
Between a
isn't it?
grapefruit
Yeah.
and a melon.
A melon.
Gala?
A what?
Perhaps a
Gala
gala.
melon?
Oh.
There's something scrawled on it as well, but it's tricky to see at the
Can't
moment.
sheave that.
There's also a book.
Oh.
Quite a heavy, big looking book.
I'll pull the orb out and motion for it to be passed down the line. Everybody can have a look as we pass it down the line to Weir. I won't pass it straight to Weir. I'm going to pass it to a comrade, be it Thorny or Malcolm, whoever's closest to then investigate properly.
So as you look at it, you see it's got two words scrawled on it, or etched. I say scrawled.
Yeah.
It's etched into it in quite a fine way. Apart from that, it's perfectly spherical, see-through, transparent orb. One word is Aure, A-U-R-E, and the other word is Kala, C-A-L-A. None of you recognise those words in any of your languages that you can speak.
I'm going to give it a quick shake.
Certainly. It's quite heavy, feels dense rather than hollow.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing happens.
Signs point to you.
You're going to die. Okay.
Can I see the text of the book? Can I read whatever the title of the book is?
You can, yeah.
How to use the magic sphere.
The book is titled in Elven scripture, The Tome of Leadership and Influence.
Dun dun dun!
That's one of the virtues. One of the inculcation.
I think
We're keeping this orb and this book.
Yeah, you can have all the gold you want.
And here's the orb, and here's the gold.
Here's the cash.
I'm gonna have a little look. I'm gonna open. I'm gonna pull out the purple bag and have a quick guess to the value of this bag.
Yeah. It's more than 100 gold.
Any more than 100 gold? Okay.
hundreds of gold in there.
Hundreds of gold. I'll throw it straight to Weir.
Okay. He takes it. Thank you.
I think we're going to leave with this book, with this orb though, Weir. We agreed a price of 2,000 coin. I believe you're going to be leaving with a substantially more than these 2,000 coin. But this book especially looks like it might be valuable, and I've no idea. I haven't had a chance to look at this orb. Has anybody? What?
It's got these words written on it, but
Can I see?
I'll show it to him, but I'm not going to let go of it. Mean anything to you?
Okay, you have a deal.
That's,
Cool.
that's not a no.
Can you read what that says?
No.
Neither can I.
Can I read?
Pass it to you.
Or throwing his eyes roll into his head.
He grows wings and horns.
He doesn't. He's just joking. It's even a funny joke. He does that. He can't quite do that eye thing. He's like, trying.
I'm being
But
spooky, you know.
Okay. You're leaving this place. You keep your evil bag.
It's not evil. I've told you. It's a coincidence.
You keep your
It
paperweight
is. Okay.
and your book.
I'll stick the paperweight in my bag.
Let me know what you find out about Layla or Benji.
Well, the little girl should have a few coins. That was part of the deal.
And I think that ring as well. I think it'd be nice for her to go with her.
It's her father's ring.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you, Weir. You've turned out to be a very reasonable fellow.
I came to Weirdwood for a reason. To turn that life away.
Yeah.
To turn away from thieving. To try and do something different. And then I saw that bastard Benji take everything from everybody. So, don't feel like being good quite as much anymore.
Here's a bastard. Do you have any advice? We're heading down towards the Osai. Yeah, do you know anything about Spetakaza and the Great Nell? We read in their archives that it was actually partially funded, or potentially wholly funded, through donations from the Osai. You ever heard of anything like this? You have any reason? Did you know of any tales or old folklore or anything? With the Great Bell or demons or anything? No?
The Osai are spiritual people. I was spiritual. People get funny if you talk of demons or magic or the
Don't-
gods.
Don't we know it?
We are, or were, mostly a good people, mostly honest tribe. But you make the wrong choices around the outside. He looks down at his own scars.
Oh, blimey.
Your own people did this to you.
I assumed they're all like Badua.
Hmm.
Maybe I had a bit of a grand illusion of these people. Are there any cultural faux pas? I've only got 2 arms, I can't afford to lose 2.
Don't get caught stealing.
Okay. We don't plan to be stealing, that's fine.
Plan to be caught.
Yeah.
Never planned to be caught.
Do you want us to pass any messages on? Have you got any family there? People that you haven't seen in a while? We'll be heading that way, potentially we'll pass some of them and it might be nice to...
You can say, fuck you.
To anybody in particular?
Sounds like a cultural faux pas.
Does sound
It sounds like some sort of thing that might lose you a finger.
I'm
or
not going to
something.
call everyone. I'm not going to say fuck off to everyone.
Walk through.
Yeah, if
Fuck
you-
Fuck you.
if that is targeted to an individual, I will relay the message. But I can't head through town telling everyone to fuck off.
Can you record it in a rock?
I could do, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Weir. We'll send
We'll be
news.
on our way.
Yeah.
Hey, they won't stop following you, no.
Yeah, I've gathered that, but hopefully when our friend Felix gets back, there are some people for some reason want to protect me as well. I don't know why. I thought I smelled a bit, but some people like me. And I could do with finding out what all that's about. Just want to retire.
Still like to know why so many people are interested in that bag of yours.
Well, I mean, it's a wonder to you common people.
Yeah, but
I can understand it's a wonderful invention, but
why would this Victor be so interested in it?
could just be money. 1,500, 2,000 golds, a lot of money.
It sounds like he's got more money than that to play with. Doesn't sound altogether right to me. Something fishy about
This
it.
Victor chap didn't actually spark anything in my memory of a lad in a white trench coat, black trousers.
Yeah, it
Victor,
doesn't-
nothing
doesn't
from
ring
being
any
my
bells.
time. in.
Somebody
Doesn't
that
ring a
you
bell.
pissed off while
I
you were
didn't-
doing your...
Somebody put a demon in your bag.
There's no demons in the bag.
Not that you know of. You know.
Oh, there could be. I don't know.
If I was you, I'd get rid of that. Next time they come for you, just give it to them. If it's not worth anything to you,
It's well. So it is, and it isn't.
What if it could be used for evil?
Any tool can be used for evil.
Yeah, but that one looked like it can be used for pretty catastrophic evil.
Instant evil.
Like what?
Well, didn't someone turn... I may be misremembering this. Didn't someone turn into a demon when they stuck their head into it?
Yeah, but you looked in it. I climbed in it.
I've looked at it.
Malcolm's
I
looked in it.
didn't turn into a demon.
Yeah.
Not that I've noticed, anyway.
But I think in the right hands, or the wrong hands, this could be a very dangerous thing.
Could be. I
Now,
don't.
you think it's just a normal bag. I think if the wrong people got hold of this, say goodbye to... all those nail things, the chimes.
all the chimes. Who knows?
Well, maybe it's got a part to play.
Possibly. I'm sure we'll find out.
Sure.
I hope not, because I'm fed up with this already. I've been stabbed too many times these last few days. I've had enough of it, and yeah, I don't fancy any more. But yeah, we must press on.
he takes 20 gold from out of the purse, and he hands it over give that to her.
And the ring?
He passes that as well. You've got the ring.
You've
still.
I've got
Yeah.
the ring. Oh yeah, I remembered now. Oh, I've got the ring. I'll pass the ring over as well.
Wonderful. I'll keep the big man for a bit.
Let him have his monocle back.
And try and convince him we're not lying. There is another Glaum. Pretty sure it was Callus. It was a long time since we've been there, but I'm pretty sure it was Callus.
Didn't look like he was planning on going anywhere either.
No,
It's probably still there.
it's in the Baby Scarron. Pub called the Baby Scarron. He cooks at the Baby Scarron. If you go weird, don't eat the food. Don't try food. Crikey. Gives you a migraine instantly.
Where are you going now?
We're heading down towards the Osai. Heading into those lands. Don't think any of us have ever been there. I've forgotten why we're going there.
To learn more about our quest.
I don't even know what quest we're on.
We're on a mighty quest. We are adventurers. I don't know if you were there for that. You weren't there for that. I know that.
Half-time Jake. Okay. Well, I wish you will.
Oh no, we might be going to the Slicked Mines on our way. We were heading
Oh,
towards
yeah.
Slicked Mines,
There's a
that
few
was
side
it.
missions.
we were heading to the Slicked Mines and we got sidetracked here. Little lady, where's she gone? She's downstairs. We need to find out which way the Slicked Mines are.
That'd be
Maybe
good.
we've headed the wrong way. We followed blood. We got distracted by blood trails.
Although, no, the trail was kind of the way we were going anyway,
I thought so. I hope so.
I think.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to the Slicked Mines.
Okay.
Right.
Right.
It's been fun, Weir. Say goodbye to Hungus for us. Maybe I'll shout through the wall. Bye, Hungus! See if you can hear it. Listening. Will reply. No.
He doesn't reply.
Hungus.
Something big's coming up.
I know.
Check it out.
No.
These cheese puffs are good.
Okay.
It's bad when the DM checks pieces of paper like that.
So,
We're-
anything last you want to say to anyone here?
Not in this room. The little lady, I'd like to just maybe ask if she knows the way to the mines.
I'm going to go way outside.
We've got people in the mines. Some of Nolus's friends are in the mines. Got Elizabeth's mum might potentially be in the mines.
Oh, we got to give her this.
This is like 2 years. 2 years
I've got a
old.
little something to give her.
You do have something.
Too many bits of paper.
I
these
believe
days.
she might be in the mines, if I remember right. We'll check after the game.
One of them solo XP points.
Oh yeah, we need to get.
I did this.
Yeah.
Just me.
Can I go double check if Lord Hungus doesn't need a lay? I want 10,000 XP. Lord Hungus! Malcolm here!
Well, how can we get it?
Are we past the watershed?
Damn! It's 5 o'clock somewhere. It's 9 o'clock somewhere.
No, I don't know. It's somewhere
It's okay, we'll
Somewhere.
remember.
south, I think.
South. Cool. Which way is the farm? Is that north?
I mean, you remember that. It was south. Yeah,
The farm was south.
yeah you've,
Oh,
you've,
we've had the
you've
wrong
come
way
from
then.
the south.
Yeah, we've gone the wrong way. Standard.
Very well.
It's pretty common for
Yeah.
us.
Wandering around all over the countryside.
Yeah. I think we're
Right.
the wrong ways.
Are you giving her the money?
Oh yeah.
Lauren has got the money.
Here's your spoils. Here's your new lease in life and your ring.
We're heading back to Rathnas Al Hathna. You know, from there you can get a carriage. Maybe not a carriage, as you might know them. You can maybe join a cart as they ship the nuggets off to Equa or somewhere. Get on a nugget cart.
On the nugget wagon.
On the nugget wagon, yeah. We're heading back that way if you'd like to come with us.
And we're stood there behind her. Go on.
Come on.
Good luck, little girl.
Thorin will read your poetry on the way.
Whoa, we just started one, right? Good luck, little girl. Now 7.
And with that, we will say good night.
Say good
Oh.
night.
Good night.
You got 4 left. You got 3 left.
And farewell.
Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you.
You survived Alice Manor
Mm.
and are heading south.
Alice Manor.
Heading south, back toward Rasna Selhathna.
Yeah.
Didn't you steal a very powerful
No.
British device from him?
That's what's going to happen. When we get back to Rathla Southampton, we literally drop off a kid. We go and find the rotator.
You have like a...
I've got an augmenter, yeah.
a
But we haven't got the
powerful device.
carrying automobile rotator
No,
yet.
but you've got-
which we need the
You've
carrying
got the big
automobile
engine
rotator.
battery thing.
Yeah. I got the key.
And probably some demons.
No demons. But we need to be quick because old Grumpy, you thought I was grumpy.
She's definitely noticed.
Yeah, she's
Yeah,
definitely
it's been a whole
she's definitely
couple
noticed.
of days by now, hasn't
Yeah.
it? So she's probably noticed it's gone missing.
She's definitely noticed as one of her pride and joys.
We're not
It's
gonna,
only been a day.
It's only been a day. Okay. Still, I kind of get the impression that's something that you've noticed missing within the space of about 30
Fina.
seconds of wandering into the room. Big space where the thing used to be.
Fina.
You're going to be about very popular when you get there.
She's not going to know. She's not going to even know that we entered into town. Deposit a kid. Get in the motor. Out of here.
Get to the motor. Okay.
Until next week,
That's all for next week.
we have been rolling.
Fantastic.
Outro.
Ooh.
Hello, boys. Pink lemonade?
More